Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
But Northwestern handled them tonight at home. And I go to you, Rob, for Northwestern. You know, how big of a win is that for that program in buie? I know he obviously is always instrumental in the way they get things done. How big of a win is that in terms of what they can and maybe can't do, in March?
I mean, it's big because I think it's one of those wins that's going to be able to get them on the right side of the bubble when it comes to Selection Sunday. And they are probably in right now. I say probably. If they're not in with a win over Dayton, a win over Purdue, and a win over Michigan State, then we need to have a very real conversation about what the selection committee should look like. By the way, if you're into bubble talk, Fielding the 68 starting January 22nd, Monday, Friday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. We got the best bracketologists in the business doing that show. But I mean, it's huge for them, man. And I will say this: when that team gets to the tournament, they are going to be the kind of team that will give somebody problems for two reasons. One, they have a great point guard that doesn't turn the ball over and has a bunch of shooters around them. They know how to create space and they know how to let their dude cook. If you got a really good point guard, you can make a lot of things happen in the tournament. And two, they are good enough defensively and they force enough turnovers that they can be a real pest. Like Michigan State never looked comfortable offensively. And I don't know, guys, the last time that anybody said that when they went to go play in Evanston, the defense was good enough and the crowd was good enough that we never looked comfortable. But that's what it is right now for Northwestern. And you got to give Chris Collins a little credit. I didn't think that he was going to be able to make it happen like this, right? You got to remember, last year they lost Pete Nance and Ryan Young, who both started for ACC teams for Duke and Carolina. And then you lost Chase Audige this summer, right? And now you're still just kind of sitting here rolling and got yourself in a position to make it to the tournament. Only team to beat Purdue. They might end up being the only team to beat Purdue all season long. Got to give him credit, man. Good for buie. Great name, too, by the way. If we can get, what my dream NCAA tournament matchup would be? You get buie going up against Boopy Miller from Wake Forest. I can get better than that.
It wasn't all buie tonight, RC, but no, I mean, obviously when you can win a game like that, I mean, that's obviously impressive.
No, everybody chipped in. Todd Berry got him going early. Bonheiser chipped in and got him going. My concern again is I think everybody. Where's Jeff when I need him? Because Jeff is always talking. They're back. I just think this. Michigan State team is struggling, and I know everybody's gonna go. They won 5 straight. Yeah, they beat Baylor, and then don't give me this Stony Brook, Indiana State, and Oakland. That's part of their streak. I still have my concerns. I mean, when Tyson Walker isn't playing out of his mind, who's going to score? Malik Hall didn't show up today. He stayed back home, and he was non-existent. And they need him because he at least can go down and play. His versatility to score inside and outside. No one else on that team gives him that option. And I'm just not as – I'm still concerned about this team. And I said this before. I've said it a million times. I made the comparisons to UNC a year ago. I think they'll be on the bubble. And right now, of their ebb and flow throughout the season, I think they're going to have trouble. I just think, how Tyson Walker, he just can't put this team on his back. Like somebody consistently, who is that second guy going to be that's going to consistently they can rely on when they're not turning you over? Because when you play against elite guards like this, like buie, they're not turning the ball over. Like they need help.
Well, you got to get stops,
They got to create turnovers.
You can't give up 88 points to North. Like all due respect to Northwestern, love you, buie, love you, Chris Collins.
And turn it over, Rob. Let's be clear. They turned it over.
88
like they
points
had 10 turnovers and a half.
Possession.
Yeah,
it's bad, man. It was bad.
I'm with you.
And I will say this, since I guess I'm in the mood to just be ripping people. Like Malik Hall is a senior that is expected to be like the second best player on this team, right? He played 26 minutes. No. He didn't score. He didn't get a rebound. He didn't get an assist. He had
they were a top 3 team. They were a top 3 team preseason. Let's not hold back. I mean,
yeah, like look, if you're Malik Hall and you know that there's not all that much going on at the 5, and you know that the 4 spot is one of the most important in college basketball, and you know that when you go to that small ball lineup with Cohen Carr, like you are going to be playing the minutes at the 5, he just didn't show up. Like this wasn't like he had a bad game. The effort wasn't there. How do you go for you take 4 shots in 26 minutes and you don't get a rebound? Nope, 4 shots, no rebounds at the 4.
That's hard to do.
You can't do that, man.
That's hard to do.
You can't do that if you're Malik Hall. Like I understand if you're just a role player and you're out there to play defense, right? You're Malik Hall. You're out there to go get 15 a night. Take 4 shots and no rebounds, no assists. What were you doing? 26 minutes. What were you doing? Not helping the team win. I'll tell you that.
Like I've said, I think they got concerns. This is as nice as I've seen Izzo be, because I think he knows this team is the pressure from outside, and that's what my concern was. Because they were preseason the 4th team in the country, they just seem to be crumbling from the expectations, and that's my concern with them. It's not that they're a good team or they can beat anybody on any given night. It's just who are they consistently going to count on outside of Walker is my biggest concern.
Yeah. Yep. Well, they're gonna have to figure that out. I mean, if they're gonna fulfill this sort of prophecy of, they're gonna be around in March, they're gonna have to figure that out.
Because that's the mistake I think everybody. Go ahead. Let me say this. The problem is that everybody just automatically is like paying taxes and dying. You just be like, man, it's Izzo and it's gonna be in the tournament and it's gonna be. And it ain't that fucking simple. It ain't that easy. Oh, it's Izzo and it's gonna be okay. Like he's my favorite coach. I love him. But Izzo can shoot jumpers and make you play, and then go on the court and guard people as well. He can't tell Malik Hall out there and you play 25 minutes and he's giving you the opportunity and you give him no points and no rebounds. Like, come on, Rob. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but like I could go out there right now and I know I can give you that. I'm gonna play 25 minutes and get you a rebound or a shot. I'm gonna do something in 25 minutes.
Hey, look, RC, I guarantee I can go into a Big Ten game right now and go scoreless and not get a rebound. I can make that happen.
You're a first round draft pick. I mean, what are we talking about? I promise you I can do that. What's he really even saying? Come on, man.
No, but John, I'm talking about now. That's hard to do, man. And people always make the assumption it's like, oh, Izzo got it. Izzo can't fix that. When he's putting you on the floor and giving you this opportunity. Like sometimes again, and we've been talking about coaches and everything else.
RC, that's my question. That's my question. Look, you played at this level, you coach at this level, you understand it better than John and I are going to, and a lot of the listeners are going to. How is that fixable? Like, can you motivate a guy, or is that just something where there's going to be nights where he does? And look, we're getting on Malik Hall because it was his night. He's not been the only one. AJ Hogarth's had nights like that. Jay Deakins has had nights like that. How do you fix that as a coach? Can you fix that as a coach, or are you just crossing your fingers?
I hope that's my point. That's my concern with Izzo, because guys, they've been so up and down all year long. How many times can he challenge him before they're already got this? They're combative a little bit. He allows them to get on him. He gets on them. But at sometimes, like now, he has to do more like patting them on the back. You got to challenge him, then you got to pat him on the back. But what is he going to say to like Malik Hall? What is he going to say to AJ Hogart when he's struggling? These guys have been there 4 and 5 years. These aren't freshmen. Like, you got to coddle freshmen more. But the concern for Izzo is he's dealing with seniors in this stuff. Like you're not supposed to be having these conversations with seniors. Like, they should know. No. Like they should know. And that's the problem where I say to you is that if you watch him, he seems to be more laid back. He's not screaming and yelling as much as he usually is, because I think he's like, man, I think somewhat of him, he's like, what the hell? I don't know what more I can do. Like, and when a coach plays you 25 minutes and you give him goose eggs, like, come on. Like we can't talk about Tom. This is when, as a player, you got to own it. You got to respond. But I think it's difficult because you can't keep challenging guys and rah, particularly because that's how he is.
Thank you for watching The Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.